introduced an economic plan. So let's talk about the specifics. Governor Walz, Vice President Harris unveiled a plan that includes billions in tax credits for manufacturing, housing, and a renewed child tax credit. The Wharton School says your proposals will increase the nation's deficit by $1.2 trillion. How would you pay for that without ballooning the deficit? Governor, I'll give you 2 minutes.
Yeah, thank you. And Kamala Harris and I do believe in the middle class because that's where we come from. We both grew up in that. We understand. So those of you out there listening tonight, you're hearing a lot of stuff back and forth, and it's good. It's healthy. That's what this is supposed to happen. You should be listening. How's this going to impact me? The bold forward plan that Kamala Harris put out there is talking about this housing issue. The one thing is there's 3 million new houses proposed under this plan with down payment assistance on the front end to get you a house. A house is much more than just an asset to be traded somewhere. It's foundational to where you're at. And then making sure that the things you buy every day, whether they be prescription drugs or other things, that there's fairness in that. Look, the $35 insulin is a good thing, but it costs $5 to make insulin. They were charging $800 before this law went into effect. As far as the housing goes, I've seen it in Minnesota. 12% more houses in Minneapolis, prices went down on rent 4%. It's working. And then making sure tax cuts go to the middle class. $6,000 child tax credit, we have one in Minnesota, reduces childhood poverty by 1/3. We save money in the long run, and we do the right thing for families. And then getting businesses off the ground. The law as it stands right now is $5,000 tax credit for small business, increasing that to $50,000. Now, this is a full Donald Trump made a promise said you're really selling me tax cuts. He gave the tax cuts that predominantly went to the top guys. What happened there was an $8 trillion increase in the national debt, the largest ever. Now he's proposing a 20% consumption or sales tax on everything we bring in. Everyone agrees, including businesses, it would be destabilizing it, it would increase inflation and potentially lead to a recession. Look, this is simple for you. Where are we going? Kamala Harris has said to do the things she wants to do. We'll just ask the wealthiest to pay their fair share. When you do that, our system works best, more people are participating in it, and folks have the things that they need.
Senator, I want to give you a moment to respond on that, but similarly, the Wharton School has done an analysis of the Trump plan and says it would increase the nation's deficit by $5.8 trillion. My question is the same for you. How do you pay for all that without ballooning the deficit? I'll give you 2 minutes.
Well, first of all, you're going to hear a lot from Tim Walz this evening, and you just heard it in the answer, a lot of what Kamala Harris proposes to do, and some of it, I'll be honest with you, it even sounds pretty good. Here's what you won't hear, is that Kamala Harris has already done it, because she's been the vice president for 3.5 years. She had the opportunity to enact all of these good policies, and what she's actually done instead is drive the cost of food higher by 25%, drive the cost of housing higher by about 60%. Open the American suburbs and make middle-class life unaffordable for a large number of Americans. If Kamala Harris has such great plans for how to address middle-class problems, then she ought to do them now. Not when asking for promotion, but in the job the American people gave her 3.5 years ago. And the fact that she does that tells you a lot about how much you can trust her actual plans. Now, Donald Trump's economic plan is not just a plan, but it's also a record. A lot of the same economists attack Donald Trump's plans, and they have PhDs, but they don't have common sense, and they don't have wisdom. Because Donald Trump's economic policies to deliver the highest take-home pay in a generation in this country, 1.5% inflation, and to boot, peace and security all over the world. So when people say that Donald Trump's economic plan doesn't make sense, I say look at the record. He delivered rising take-home pay for American workers. Now, Tim admirably admits that they want to undo the Trump tax cuts. But if you look at what was so different about Donald Trump's tax cuts, even from previous Republican tax cut plans, is that a lot of those resources went to giving more take-home pay to middle-class and working-class Americans. It was passed in 2017, and you saw an American economic boom unlike we've seen in a generation in this country. That is a record that I'm proud to run on, and we're going to get back to that common sense wisdom so that you can afford to live the American dream again. I know a lot of you are struggling. I know a lot of you are worried about paying the bills. It's going to stop when Donald Trump brings back common sense to this country.
Governor, do you want to respond to that? What has Kamala Harris done for the middle class?
Yeah, well, Kamala Harris's day one was Donald Trump's failure on COVID that led to the collapse of our economy. We were already before COVID in a manufacturing recession, but 10 million people out of work, largest percentage since the Great Depression. 9 million jobs closed on that. That was day one. Whether it's the Infrastructure Act or other things removed. Now, you made a point about experts said this. I made a note of this. Economists they can't be trusted. Science can't be trusted. National security folks can't be trusted. Look, if you're going to be president, you don't have all the answers. Donald Trump believes he does. My pro tip of the day is this. If you need heart surgery, listen to the people at the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota, not Donald Trump. And the same thing goes with this. And I ask you out there, teachers, nurses, truck drivers, whatever, how is it fair that you're paying your taxes every year and Donald Trump hasn't paid any federal tax in the last 15 years, the last year as president? That's what's wrong with the system. There's a way around it, and he's bragged about that. We're just asking for fairness in it, and that's all you want.
Governor, you say trust the experts, but those same experts for 40 years said that if we shift our manufacturing base off to China, we get cheaper goods. They lied about that. They said if we shift our industrial base off to other countries, to Mexico and elsewhere, it would make the middle class stronger. They were wrong about that. They were wrong about the idea that if we made America less self-reliant, less productive in our own nation, it would somehow make us better off, and they were wrong about it. And for the first time in a generation, Donald Trump had the wisdom and the courage to say to that bipartisan consensus, we're not doing it anymore. We're bringing American manufacturing back. We're unleashing American energy. We're going to make more of our own stuff. And this isn't just an economic issue. And I've got 3 beautiful little kids at home, 7, 4, and 2. And I love them very much. And I hope they're in bed right now. But look, so many of the drugs, the pharmaceuticals that we put in the bodies of our children are manufactured by nations that hate us. This has to stop. And we're not going to stop it by listening to experts. We're going to stop it by listening to common sense wisdom, which is what Donald Trump governed on.
Senator, Governor Walz, can you address that? I mean, voters say they trust Donald Trump on the economy more. Why?
If you're listening tonight and you want billionaires to get tax cuts, you heard what the numbers were. Look, I'm a union guy on this. I'm not a guy who wanted to ship things overseas, but I understand that, look, we produce soybeans and corn. We need to have fair trading partners. That's something that we believe in. I think the thing that most concerns me on this is Donald Trump is the guy who created the largest trade deficit in American history with China. So the rhetoric is good. Much of what the senator said right there, I'm in agreement with him on this. I watched it happen too. I watched it in my communities, and we talked about that. But we had people undercutting the right to collectively bargain. We had right to work states made it more difficult. We had companies that were willing to ship it over, and we saw people profit. Folks that are venture capital in some cases, putting money into companies that were overseas. We're in agreement that we bring those home. The issue is Donald Trump is talking about it. Kamala Harris has a record 250,000 more manufacturing jobs just in and out of the IRA.
But may I respond to that?
Yes.
So I appreciate that. So if you notice, what Governor Walz just did is he said, first of all, Donald Trump has to listen to the experts. And then when he acknowledged that the experts screwed up, he said, well, Donald Trump didn't do nearly as good of a job as the statistics show that he did. So what Tim Walz is doing, and I honestly, Tim, I think you got a tough job here, because you've got to play whack-a-mole. You've got to pretend that Donald Trump didn't deliver rising take-home pay, which of course he did. You've got to pretend that Donald Trump didn't deliver lower inflation, which of course he did. And then you simultaneously got to defend Kamala Harris's atrocious economic record, which has made gas, groceries, and housing unaffordable for American citizens. I was raised by a woman who would sometimes go into medical debt so that she could put food on the table in our household. I know what it's like to not be able to afford the things that you need to afford. We can do so much better. To all of you watching, we can get back to an America that's affordable again. We just got to get back to common sense economic principles.
I hope we have a conversation on healthcare then.
Senator, Governor.
Please.
Thank you.
Never pay for Wi-Fi again. InstaBridge is a free app with 20 million Wi-Fi passwords all over the world, with over 200 million.
Finally made it on. We're like 15 minutes behind, but that's okay. Here we go.
Tonight, breaking news as we come on the air, Iran launches more than 200 ballistic missiles on Israel. Tonight, Israel saying it will respond. Also breaking just a short time from now, the high-stakes vice presidential debate. We will carry it live right here on ABC, 9 p.m. Eastern. First tonight, Iran's attack on Israel. The conflict in the Middle East entering a dangerous new phase tonight. Air raid sirens and explosions heard across Israel. Israeli defense system and the U.S. military intercepting missiles. Iran striking back for the killing of Hezbollah's leader in Beirut. President Biden and Vice President Harris in the situation.
Pero él se niega a responder esa simple pregunta. Y eso indica de que J.D. Vance va a ser un cómplice del convicto criminal en caso de que él gane las elecciones. Dios.
Truck drivers paying 40% more for diesel than the lumber he's delivering to the job site to build a house is also going to become a lot more expensive. If we open up American energy, you will get an immediate pricing relief for American citizens.
From Arizona Republican Senator Jimmy McCain. I mean, you just go through the numbers here. So she is reaching out to people in a big way. That's why she is pulling ahead. And when I lose sleep at night is just, we only have 35 days. You know, we've got to keep getting out there. We've got to keep the information out there. And I'm cheering the inauguration no matter who wins. So I also, when I hear J.D. Vance out there and won't agree to certifying an election in minute 90, and I think about what we went through on January 6th at 3:30 in the morning, walking over that broken glass to finally get that election, those results certified. It was Mike Pence, me, and Roy Blunt. I don't want to go through that again. And I want to have a president that respects our democracy.
Unions are so important across the country, especially in your state, especially the Democratic coalition. Are you worried at all about the sports strike?
Anyone would be worried because not politically worried. You're worried that you want to make this work. You want to make it work for the economy work. And I know that President Biden, Vice President Harris, Secretary Buttigieg have been doing everything to try to bring the two sides together, and that's the right thing to do.
Senator,
Friendly hello and a formal handshake before the high-stakes showdown, but the temperature turned.
Following the 2020 election and January 6th. Now, a CBS News poll found before the debate that neither candidate had convinced a majority of voters that they were qualified for the job. So now voters will decide if the vice presidential hopefuls have changed their minds. In New York, Caroline Cummings, WCCO News.
Esme Murphy is here now to pick up our team coverage. Hi there, Esme.
Hi, Emilio. Minnesota had a starring role in this debate, including Minnesota's new abortion law. Take a listen.
the doctor is under no obligation to provide life-saving care to a baby who survives a botched late-term abortion. That is, I think, whether you're pro-choice or pro-abortion, that is fundamentally barbaric and short the way a law is written to try and make a point. That's not it at all. What was I wrong about, Governor? Please tell me, what was that wrong about? That is not the way the law is written. I use this line on this. Just mind your own business.
And despite the back and forth, one thing was much more noticeable than any of the previous presidential debates we've seen, how civil they were with each other, including this moment talking about gun violence.
I think all the parents watching tonight, this is your biggest nightmare. Look, I got a 17-year-old and he witnessed a shooting at a community center playing volleyball. Those things don't leave you.
Tim, first of all, I didn't know that your 17-year-old witnessed a shooting. I'm sorry about that, and I appreciate it. Christ have mercy. It is awful. And I appreciate what Tim said.
I'm joined now by Democratic analyst Abu Amara and Republican analyst Amy Cope. Both of you know Governor Tim Walz and have followed him for years. Let's start with you, Amy. Republican perspective, is this going to move the needle in favor of the Trump-Vance ticket?
I think that J.D. Vance succeeded. He's had really a rough couple of months on the campaign trail. He's not shown us who he was. He's been awkward. He's had really people just don't feel like they know him, and even what they know is kind of odd and weird. He really flipped that on its head tonight. He shared very personal experiences. He showed a very personal side of him. There was that lovely exchange between he and our Governor Walz on gun violence. And I think just from an expectations game for most of Americans who thought they didn't know him and really what they knew they didn't like, I think he's really changed that up tonight.
All right, Abu, Governor Walz seemed to have a rough start talking about foreign policy. How do you think he did from a Democratic perspective?
Look, I think early on he was a bit shaky. I think that was actually in part to inexperience. Remember, J.D. Vance has been on the national stage for more than a decade. He wrote a book. He's been speaking nationally. He's a national figure. This is Tim Walz's first foray on the national stage. And given that, I thought he did well. The first rule of vice presidential politics, do no harm. So I think both sides won on that. But Tim Walz was effective in two ways. One was around abortion, and the second was around January 6th. Remember, a lot of these swing voters in Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin, that matters to them, and I think that's the impact it's going to make.
All right, Mara, Amy Cope, thank you both so much. Back to you guys in the desk.
All right, thank you, Esme. Time now for a reality check on two topics that came up during the debate.
Let's begin with Senator Vance's claim that immigrants are competing with Americans for homes.
You've got housing that is totally unaffordable because we brought in millions of illegal immigrants to compete with Americans for scarce homes.
That needs context. Research does indicate that immigration is one factor fueling the demand for homes. However, the housing shortage has been a problem since the Great Recession, when construction plummeted.